Tried to do it earlier, and there was issues with just a whole bunch of things. I think it's going to be hard to name time. I'm going to say Fridays as the go live cave stream live day. But hopefully it works out. And I just wanted to do kind of building on last week. You know how we were talking about just the community in general, what's been going on. Heard a interesting stream. I think it was about a month old. I think it was from Bobo and Cliff. I forget the name of their channel. Anybody knows it, please put it in chat. Um, it was pretty interesting. They were talking to an explorer that actually not only Bigfoot, he explores many different animals. And it was very interesting. I listened to the whole thing actually. They had this same individual did a lot of expeditions down in South America. Now he's more focused all over kind of U.S. based type of thing. Um, Kind of got back into it recently. I think everyone kind of slowed down during COVID to a point. That reminds me, I wanted to kind of go into my um, encounter I had was more of a Class C, if anything, Class B for sure. That happened probably, Jesus, I think it's been about 4 years ago now. Um, in the actually it's just north of San Diego area, um, up near Palomar Mountain, which there's known sighting. Um, it's a known sighting location, but it's been fairly, well, it was inactive for some time, and then there was another Class B about a year ago near there. Anyhow, I was up there and just had arrived on location near a watering hole, I guess you could call it, for deer, whatnot. Well, let me back up a little bit. It's about 5,000 elevation. It's connected to um, the Cleveland National Forest Range, which eventually connects to the Sierra Nevada range up further. Although it's the only problem with it is there's some disconnected areas. As far as the Cleveland National Range, it runs pretty good. I'd estimate 30 40 miles connected, um, and then getting to the San Bernardino Range, there's probably slight disconnections. But anyhow, I'd just gotten out of my vehicle and was starting to um, explore the area. Unfortunately, I lost the footage. It actually was on the channel at one point. Things got redone, but anyhow, we'll do another um, on location up there hopefully soon. So anyhow, I was up there, went to um, got out of the car, actually heard a wood knock, which was interesting. Pretty much right away, tried to respond, then kind of circled back around near the watering hole and actually saw a deer coming away from the watering hole. So it made me think this is a pretty heavily squatched area. And actually, at that point, that's where things got slightly weird. Um, the whole infrasound thing, I believe, did happen. Um, it actually um, caused the camera to go very unstable for a minute, which believe it or not, I never kind of really put much faith in that, um, much belief in that prior to this happening, and that's exactly what happened. The camera went wobbly, and then this is really unbelievable stuff. Which you never, until you kind of experience it, you don't really know. I mean, that this stuff can happen. The other part was there was an acorn thrown, and everybody knows squatches can throw like no other. Put it in the comments in the chat, if you've had similar experience. But it actually had my car nearby. It went all the way through the tree line and landed exactly. Just it went through multiple trees and hit right on the car. Now, it could have been just an acorn that fell, from that tree. Um, but then I could hear this thing coming, like I say, all the way through the tree line right on the car. So that was my experience. Wood knock, infrasound. I'm pretty sure I was in his hunting area because it was um, like a water tank for this campground, which was up above, and then it was like a stream that was very kind of a not a large stream. It was almost a trickle, to be honest, but it was enough water for animals to drink from it. So definitely a water source. And then where the wood knot came from was the higher ground, which was, you know, definitely smart. Squatch, I'm sure, takes the high ground when he can, especially hunting, like any other kind of operation would. So I just wanted to get that out there as far as that was my story, as far as, or my encounter story, I should say, years ago. Um, since then we've seen, you know, some footprints, some structures, things like that, and that leads me into the next um, kind of operations we're going to try and get into is, finding structures and then trying to leave listening devices near those structures, um, and go back and visit them, um, like some other Bigfoot researchers are starting to do. The name is escaping me. Put it in the chat if you guys remember. I think it's a great approach. Um, and then as maybe let a week or two go by, collect those recording devices and actually go through them. I think that's going to be the most difficult part. And hopefully uh, our team has enough time to do that. They should. And then start building out from there and trying to do further investigations beyond that. I think it's a pretty good approach. You know, Definitely go to areas where there's already known sighting locations, start there, leave the listening devices, collect them, and then start building our own, I guess, Squatch maps as we, you know, find further evidence of. Anyhow, I just wanted to get this live stream out. Thanks for joining, guys. I know it was supposed to be earlier in the day, but had some difficulties actually streaming this from my phone, um, because just the computer was super laggy last time I did it, and I didn't want anybody to experience that again. So let's try and do them on Fridays, but I can't. I'll try for Friday mornings, hopefully around 8. But you guys don't hold me to it if I can't make it at that time. There's a lot going on, and then if I have a technical difficulty, I'm just going to use the phone. So guys, try and plan on making those. Oh, we got a class alpha sighting report coming out tomorrow. Pretty happy about that. Being able to finally get back to those. So, leave some comments, look forward to that tomorrow. And everybody have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next time.